Good evening, comrades and friends, ladies and gentlemen, St. Vincent and the Grenadines at home and abroad. This evening, we present our candidates who are nominated today. We do things in a proper order. We do our nomination first, and then we present our candidates. We don't present them and then nominate them. And in making this presentation this evening, I would want you to appreciate that we consider this a job interview. I am applying for the job of Prime Minister yet again. You are our interviewers. You, the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the electorate. So I come to you, and we all come to you in a right and proper manner. We do not come to you and take this position lightly. It is a matter which is instinctive to us, and we have been reflective on it, that we come to you as any sensible, serious person would, properly attired, with seriousness, for your consideration for the jobs for which we are applying. The 14 other candidates who are nominated today are applying for jobs, first of all, as parliamentary representatives and as members of the cabinet of the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This means it has to be done in a manner conducive to the dignity of those offices and the very seriousness of the exercise on which we are embarking to elect a new government, or a continuation of our government as a new government on November the 5th this year. I want first of all to call to the stage, in turn, Montgomery Daniel, our candidate for North Windward. He's a trained agriculturalist. He is a practicing farmer. He has been the representative for North Windward since 2001. He has been an experienced member of our cabinet and has done human service to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, especially those in North Windward. I give you Montgomery Daniel. Well, a bird cannot fly on one wing, so we have to balance immediately with North Leeward. Carlos James is a lawyer by profession, a former journalist. He's currently the Speaker of the House of Assembly. He has been a community activist for many, many years. He lost the North Leeward seat just by a little, 12 votes, to topple the sitting member from the NDP. He is one of our under 40s on the team, I give you a very talented young man, a serious professional, Carlos James, candidate for North Leeward. Of course, the Leeward side of the island has fewer seats than on the Windward side. So I will proceed to call from the eastern side of the island, Sabuto Caesar. Sabuto is a lawyer by profession. He is a former national scholar. He has been the representative for South Central Windward since 2010. He defended his seat in 2015. He is an experienced member of cabinet despite his youth, a person of the highest quality, of humility, of distinction, of scholarship. I give you Sabuto Caesar. Then South Windward, Frederick Augustus Stevenson, former public servant, worked in the magistracy and at customs, knows the country very well, served on the mainland of St. Vincent and throughout the Grenadines. He has been the representative for South Windward since 2010. He was selected specially by Sir Vincent Beach. He has done exceptional work as Minister of Social Development. He has had tremendous experience as a member of cabinet. I give you the humble African, Frederick Augustus Stevenson, South Windward. I go to the Marriaqua Valley. A communication specialist is St. Clair Jimmy Prince, former director of the Agency for Public Information. He is a published poet. He has been the representative for Marriaqua since 2015. He's a well-known activist in the community of Marriaqua. He has done sterling work as the Minister of Education. He is an experienced member of the cabinet. I give the people of Marriaqua and of St. Vincent and the Grenadines this worthy servant of the people, St. Clair Jimmy Prince, Marriaqua. Then we go to the western side of the island. Dr. Minerva Glasgow of South Leeward. Don't think I'm skipping out, Orandi. I did that for a reason. Dr. Glasgow, Sister Minnie, Comrade Minnie, as we know her, is a management specialist with a PhD in management. She had been an educator. I don't know how many of you know this. She did a law degree on her own. Yes. It speaks to her intellectual rigor and discipline. She's the former deputy director of the National Insurance Services, a community activist, and someone who knows the constituency of South Leeward very well, has served the people in that community over the years. She is a fantastic addition to our team in 2020. I give you Dr. Minerva Glasgow, our candidate for South Leeward. I then go on the Windward side again. From East St. George, Camilo Gonsalves. A lawyer who came to lawyering having studied communications. He is our former ambassador of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to the United Nations, at which location he did excellent work representing us. The representative for East St. George since 2015. He had served hitherto as a senator. He's an experienced member of cabinet, having served in a number of important portfolios, including foreign affairs, economic development, and finance. Camilo Gonsalves for East St. George. The next is the Titan of West St. George, Curtis King. An educator, historian, former headmaster of the premier secondary school for boys, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Grammar School, has been a community activist in West St. George since he was a teenager and continues up to this day. I look forward very much to having Curtis King as a member of the cabinet of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But you have to make him the parliamentary representative of West St. George. Curtis King. I then come to West Kingstown. Deborah Charles, educator, teacher, Debbie. You also may not know this. She did a law degree by distance while she was working as a teacher and community activist. Before the dissolution of Parliament, she was a senator and parliamentary secretary in the Ministry of Education since 2015. She is an outstanding lady. I would like to see her as a representative in Parliament. And I'd very much like to have her accorded a position as of right in the cabinet of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I give you Deborah Charles, Sister Debbie, Teacher Debbie, West Kingstown. And then in Central Kingstown, Dominic Sutherland, a young man of achievement and distinction. He was one of a group of very bright, well-trained young men who decided to join the police force and to provide citizen security. And then he decided that he would take up the profession of accounting. He's a trained accountant. He's a community activist, an excellent human being, humble, not puffed up, not arrogant, loves the people of central Kingstown, is not known for bluster. He's not known for creating drama. He is progressive, solid, creative, and dynamic. Dominic Sutherland, our candidate for Central Kingstown. And then Luke Brown, a former national scholar, an economist, a mathematician, a statistician, a Rhodes Scholar, which entitled him to attend Oxford University, one of the most prestigious universities in the world, became a senator at a very young age, shown tremendous commitment to the community of East Kingstown. He's not one who would fly in and fly out at the drop of a hat. He's there steady with everyone, learning the people and the people learning him. And they help him to shape him. And he's now shaped into a mature young man, doing phenomenal work as the Minister of Health, Wellness, and the Environment. I give East Kingstown a more than worthy successor in every material particular to Annie Eustace. Luke Brown for East Kingstown. Now, we go to the Southern Grenadines. I believe Edwin Snag is here. Did he come up? Ah, yes. Yes, I know that. I just wanted to make sure. There was a little transportation challenge. Edwin Snag, a former public servant, former senator, and parliamentary secretary. This is a progressive Caribbean man, worked in Trinidad at the port, learned his politics in the movement for decolonization in Trinidad, and with NJAC and the Black Power movement at that time, led by Makandal Daga, a man of tremendous wisdom, a very balanced personality, a go-getter, director of Grenadines Affairs, community activist, and businessman. Even the NDP, when they go down, have to pass by Snaggy to enjoy his bar and his business facility. Edwin Snag for the Southern Grenadines. Carlos Williams, a man who hails from Baga, but who has made Bequia, the Northern Grenadines, his home. He has had to resign as a public servant. He's transferred from the public service to a statutory entity, the Standards Bureau, but is substantively a public servant. He also assists his mother-in-law in running their business in Bequia, a community activist in Beckwith for over 15 years, well respected, knows every nook and cranny of Beckwith in a way and in a manner that his rival at the polls cannot match. I give the people of Northern Grenadines Carlos Williams. Then, the baby of our team, but a very wise one. A man who has come from the bowels of the people in Fisher Road from humble beginnings, made sure that he overcame certain limitations of educational access in an earlier period. Enrolled at a medical school and recently graduated from the All Saints Medical School as a medical doctor, always serving the people. And he sees his church, his community, medicine, and politics as being one and the same service. I give the people of Central Leeward Dr. Orlando Randy Brewster.